Okay, maybe now. I'm hoping she can hear me now. Okay, yeah, it had selected the wrong mic again, so I just had to switch it over to the proper one. And I think that's because we had connected a new hubs and all of that kind of stuff, and I actually just connected a new one the other day, which shouldn't have messed with the microphone, but I haven't streamed since I got everything fully set up and working properly. It's been a very long week. Okay. Alright, so some of the stuff we have planned, and I know you can't see them yet, and you kind of see my mess going on over here. Because apparently, as I was doing inventory the other day and going into our website and uploading everything in there and all the pictures and all that kind of goody stuff, I realized that we had forgot to scent in our wax melts and our tarts. Which thankfully it's just the wax melts and the tarts, because minimum time for those to cure is 2 weeks. Of course, the longer you let it sit and cure, the better the fragrance will be. But we have 11 days until our Soul Good market. So less than 2 weeks, and I'm so excited. I'm the more I think about it, the more I start to vibrate, and then I can't function and I can't talk. So I have to tell you how excited I get. Oh, okay. So I know I posted pictures on Facebook for most of this, and I've been trying to keep up with our Discord and post the pictures in the gallery section of there, and of course you can see when Octoprint throws on there when I start a print, and the name of the print and all that kind of stuff. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize it was going to pop up and do that. Okay, so yeah, if you're wondering what my Twitch username is, there you go. On Twitch I go by Nikki Winter. Echo? Oh, sorry, hold on, 1 second. Yeah, you just gotta push it down a little bit and pull the door out at the same time.
It's about 6:09 and 56 seconds p.m. By the way, you have a new notification. Do you want to hear it?
No, stop. Okay, we're gonna mute that dot so she doesn't do that again. And now I forgot what I was doing. But that's okay. And I'm sure most of you have noticed I have been a printing fool. I've been printing a lot. Pretty much almost as soon as one finishes, I'm starting another. And I am trying to give the printer a break every now and then. Yeah, as you can see, it's going, it's working. Okay, so some of the stuff we've done in the past few days. Okay, so the first ones that I showed off were the cinder frogs. And come on, y'all, they're so adorable. How can you not love a cinder frog? And for those of you that don't know what I mean by a cinder frog, it's a tree frog, okay? It is. It's a very adorable little tree frog. And I'm going to switch screens over to my main craft. Yes, growing up, I grew up in Florida, okay? So, tree frogs were extremely common, and my little brother, when we first moved there, used to call them sucky frogs. Well, of course, the name ended up sticking throughout my entire family, so my entire family calls them sucky frogs. One of the best things about growing up in Florida were these little guys, because they don't hurt anything, and especially after a rain, if you're just waking up in the morning and, sorry, I gotta turn that slideshow off because I need to redo all the images because I've redone a lot of the product images. Anyway, so you'd wake up in the morning, you know, go to open your blinds or something, you'd come face to face with one of these just stuck to your window. And I used to get a kick out of it. I loved it. They're so adorable. You wonder if you can fit them in little suction cups. You know, I will look into that because that would actually be a really neat idea. And as you can tell, the reason they are called cinder frogs, look, he's articulated. Okay, their legs move so you can pose their little legs. But isn't he absolutely adorable? I mean, come on now. So he's got that nice matte green base. He's got the silk lime green for his little webbed feet there and the base of his eyes. He's got a silk white belly. And then, of course, a little black for the slits for his eyes. And while I do have these listed up on our website, I am hoping, because I've been experimenting for the past 2 days in trying to find a way to be able to offer shipping. And I've been playing with that a little bit. So it is a possibility. I'm not guaranteeing anything because I'm still learning how Square does the ins and outs of their shipping. And I think I may have got it, but I'm not going to guarantee anything. So, alright, let's continue with this. So we got the little sucky frogs. See what I mean? We got the little cinder frogs, which on our website is called a cinder tree frog. Okay, props were, you know, I give credit where credit is due. So, of course, props to Tracy. If y'all don't know who Tracy is, she's the creator of all of these. She's the one that actually designs all of these and comes up with these amazing ideas for these awesome little creatures and the dragons. Because, of course, these are from Cinderwing. Okay, so there's the little basic tree frog. Our little cinder frog. This next one, okay, y'all, I love this little dude. He's awesome. And you'll see why I call him a dude. Because he's a dude. Okay, again, he's got the matte green base. Okay, with the silk lime green for his paws. But instead of having the silk lime green for the base of his eyes are actually just black. So actually, let me grab, well, I'll grab both. Yeah. I'm trying to fix the paws here. There we go. This way we can see them properly. Okay, I'll click on that in a second. So, as you can see, this awesome little cowboy frog, he's a tree frog with a little bandana. That's not his belly, that's a bandana. Okay, and I made the bandana match his hat, his little cowboy hat. Come on now, it's too cute. How can you not love a little cowboy frog? Well, I call him a country frog because, you know, I'm a girl, so it would be a cowgirl hat, you know. But I don't want to exclude anybody, so he's a country frog. You know, he could be a cowboy frog, he could be a cowgirl frog. But isn't he awesome? So this is the one with the white hat and the white bandana. And then we've got one with a black hat and a black bandana. Aren't they awesome? Did you do some bad guy frogs? Not yet. Oh, well, if you want to go by black hat, white hat, yes, I did. We've got 4 white hats and we've got 4 black hats, I think. Nope, 3 and 3. We got 3 white hats and 3 black hats. Okay, so we got a couple more. Yeah, I know. I realized that afterwards. The rest of the ones that I print have pupils. Unfortunately, I didn't notice it until, you know, they were about halfway through printing, and by then it was already too late, and I didn't want to waste all that filament because I'm already running a little bit low on the lime green. So, all right, what is this Amazon? Oh, the suction cups. 20 millimeter. Are they small enough? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell by that. Yeah, I wish somebody would just stick with one thing of measurement. I'm tired of, all these different little things of measurements. They're driving me nuts because I can never figure any of them out. Okay, so 20 millimeters is 2 centimeters, of course, which those are actually pretty big. You would need ones that are about 1 centimeter. So 10 millimeters to be able to fit one on each. Yeah, I'm knocking stuff over. Yeah, they would have to be about half that size to be able to fit on their on the bottom of their sexy feet. And sorry, I'm showing this and I'm not even saying what it is. All right, I'll see what else I can find. I'll see if I can't find a 10 millimeter. Because they should make them. I've seen them before. So it's just a matter of finding them. Excuse me. I'm sorry, racist? Okay, so our next thing that we are introducing is our rose frogs. Okay, again, it's another variation of our tree frog. Okay, and he still has the soak lime green for his little feet there. This particular guy has that beautiful blue rose on the top. And he has pupils. Okay. Sorry, he still has some webbing. They just came off the printer not too long ago. And I haven't quite taken the heat wand to them yet. And gotten all the little pieces off. But, okay. So he's our little rose frog with a blue rose. And then, wrong one. We got another little rose frog, except this one, the rose is in a rose gold. Okay. And yes, they still has pupils for his eyes. Okay, so we got those two. The ones we have in the printer currently is our flutter frog. And I will pull up the thing for that in just a moment. Try to straighten out all these little tree frogs that I have sitting on my desk. Because these guys still need pictures and descriptions and price tags and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so let me switch screens. Well, I have to minimize that one. to the share screen, and so you guys can see what these little flutter frogs are going to look like. I think I colored them pretty good. Screen share. Check them out, aren't they awesome? Okay, 1 second, y'all. I got an external messenger going as well. Just had to answer a quick question. But so these are our flutter frogs. I think Cinderwing did an amazing job on these. They're just absolutely adorable. I love all the little detail. If you don't like it, no, then leave the channel. Nobody's saying you have to watch. You know, I apologize if you don't like it, but this is what I do. Yeah, we're just talking about 3D prints. There's nothing racist about it. Okay, so anyway, if you look at all the little details on here, okay, she's got these beautiful swirls and of course the little dots, and come on, they're just awesome. And they're so cute. Okay, so we do have a couple more to show. Let's see. So let's close that one, and we will open up a new one. Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. This little guy is a mushroom frog. Sorry, y'all, give me 1 second. I am answering a message. Okay, so anyway, we've got this adorable little mushroom frog. I mean, come on. Look at, oops, not what I wanted to do. Aren't they adorable? And of course I can choose the different colors, you know, that I would want them to go in. You know, depending on what I have. Come on. They're so adorable. I may end up printing these guys like 2 at a time so I can do a few more colors with these because they are just too cute. And let's see, we've got, I think that might actually be all for our frogs at the moment. At least that we're going to be debuting for this month. I did that one. Okay, hold on. I'm going to switch over one more time. I want to say that. So. Okay. Okay. So it's a little strawberry spider. Isn't he adorable? Here, I'll try to zoom in a little more. Isn't he cute? I'll be working on him a little bit more because he's not quite finished with our color profile yet. I still need to, it's called being creative, honey, and thinking outside the box. So there are still a few more color things that I need to do. Separate the strawberry color from the spider color because we want the spider to be black, not red. So that's the strawberry spider. Okay, what other ones we got? And a rose spider. Kind of matches the rose turtle, don't you think?
Don't have admin privileges on your Twitch account. I can block them. I've already reported them.
You should. Give me 1 second, guys. We're going to take a quick break because I need to check on some settings really quick. And then we will be back. Okay, so Sonia, the answer would be yes, you do. All right, sorry, I'm kind of lost my track there. Okay, and I know we got at least a couple more. Okay, this one, I haven't done any of the color profiles on it yet. I haven't even done any settings for it yet, so. Let's show you guys this one. Let me switch back to the screen share. It's a fairy spider. Isn't he cute? And yes, I'm ignoring that person. Okay, so we've got this adorable little spider here. And let me get back screen so I can kind of move around a little bit. Now I do plan on doing just a little bit more work with him. And we will see how it goes. Okay, let's see what else we got. No, I appreciate it very much. The dude told me I should stay inside the box. Why? Where's the fun in that? No fun in staying in a box. Okay, yes, I'm showing a bunch of different stuff. You know, but y'all aren't gonna see. This is just what we're doing, you know, for our event this month. And we will be debuting a couple new dragons and a couple new other things next month as well, because we already have plans for them and colors picked out and all that kind of goody stuff. So y'all will see some new dragons and snakes and eggs and possibly bunnies. So we've got quite a bit of stuff that we still haven't debuted yet. In time. We will get there in time. Okay, let's see. Ooh, 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 ooh. Sounded like a monkey there. Sorry. Okay, you know what? Save that one. Okay, let's go back up here. And check him out! Isn't he so cute? I love turtles. And he is just absolutely adorable. Now, he is just the first of a few turtles that we are going to be debuting. Let's see. Let's see if I have any others that I've done. Oh, I got this one. Okay. Come on, where is he? There he is. And how can anybody not like these guys? I mean, they're just so cute. Look at him. He's a little apple turtle. Absolutely adorable. Okay. So, we've showed you what we've got in the printer and what we plan on doing. Well, some of what we plan on doing. Because I'm not going to give away all the secrets. At least not yet. So let me switch screens here. Okay. We didn't plan on a very long stream today. Because most of what we're doing is, you know, printing with the printer and doing our color profiles and things like that. You know, and I'm not going to make you all sit while I do a color profile because that could take a really long while, depending on which one I'm doing. Like the current one, I am, oops, wrong screen. Give me a second. Because the next one, oh, I think I just opened the wrong one. Yep. Okay. It's going above that. Okay, so this will be the next one that I'm working on. I haven't done anything with it yet. So it's just using the default colors that I have saved at the moment. He needs pupils. Okay, let me share that. Okay, and he is a poison apple turtle. And yeah, he kind of goes more with, you know, yeah, fairy tale and, you know, kind of Snow White-ish kind of thing. For those who think, you know, poison apples and think, you know, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Yeah, I mean me. You can see he's got a little spider on his head. Zoom in nice and close on there. But even for a poison apple turtle, he's still so cute. Oh, he's got a spider on his butt. Sorry. Okay, so this is the next color profile that we are going to be working on. Now, I already kind of have an idea of what I want to do. Now it's just a matter of making that happen. Let's see. Butt spiders. Something like that. Alright, so let's see if I can do that really quick. That's more like it. Oh, I think that might have been too much. Nope. Okay. Get it a little closer in here so I can see. Okay, that is going to need a little bit of touch up. There we go. I have to get close into this spider over here so I can get the proper colorings. These are the tricky ones that want to give you weird lines. But that's when we do this. Just make it a little smaller. Okay. Nope, nope, wrong color. Really sure what happened to all these triangles, but they're just try this closer later. And yeah, I see the green on the spider. Alright, go back to the red. Much better. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this one's got some weirdness going on. That's okay. A little bit of patience and it's all good. Well, yeah, I know. Okay, we got some more over here. Tiny little piece in there. Okay. And I'll go through and I'll do some touch-ups. I know, sweetie. Okay, so we have this awesome poison turtle. And he is just absolutely adorable. Okay, so we are going to, let's see. We have the dark green, the light green, the red, and the black. So let's do it in, actually let's do it in the red. A little bigger maybe. Oh, much better. Okay. Yeah, it keeps kind of creepy with the red face. I like it. Okay, so and I think I may actually, well, let's see, the spider on his butt. Oh, I'm gonna be. I don't know if I can actually do this, but we're gonna find out. Wider at the top. figured out what I'm doing yet. Okay, it's not perfectly centered, but you get the idea. And now he's got a little black widow on top of his head. Alright, so let me go through and change some of my settings. Wait. Yeah, no. I have to keep that on because I am doing red. He actually shouldn't need any ironing. I think he's probably going to be good. Okay, so tower, at least for right now. Okay, so the rest of my settings, my flashing volumes, I know. No, you're not, because I was actually just about to say that I need your help to do that, because I don't really know how. Okay, well, I just saw the button, so. Do I just hit recalculate? Oh, well, you can't see it. Dang it.
Type 0.65.
0.65.
Hit enter. No, just hit tab. Make that window a little bigger.
You can't make this window bigger.
Oh, okay. Well, that's right again. Do you have any red numbers?
No.
2.50.
Now I
red.
do.
Okay.
0.65.
So bring it up so you have no red numbers.
Alright, let's try 5.5.
Bump up. I usually do 0.65 and it does just fine for my prints.
Looks like that's what it'll be for mine as well.
Okay. So if you want to flush a little more, try 0.7.
0.65, and that way I can actually use a prim tower for when I do reds.
A prime tower.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it'll save a lot of filament and cut down your print time quite a bit.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
Sounds good. Thank you, thank you. I'm still learning 3D printing, so there's still a lot of stuff with the software that I'm not familiar with. But I'm getting there slowly but surely. So with this little guy here, exactly as he is before I go in and fine tune everything, if I am to slice the plate, excuse me. Okay, so just him by himself, one object is going to take 18 hours with him. And that's without the prim tower. Prime tower. Sorry. Oh, yeah, no, I don't even worry about it because I know it's talking about where the links interconnect, so that doesn't bother me at all, and it doesn't hurt anything, so I just leave it alone. I don't touch anything. Okay. Now if I go back and I bring that back down to 2 and reslice. Yeah. Oh, that actually dropped 3 hours off, so that's not too bad. But I don't have nearly that much green. Well, I don't have that much lime green. I got plenty of everything else, but I don't have enough lime green for him. So he's going to have to be one that will be printed after our event. And yes, you can see seam lines. I can turn the seam lines off. And hey, it didn't do my red dot. And that's because it's actually too small. If I want that, I am going to have to go to a better, well, let's see, I'm on 0.2. And let's see what that does if I go up just slightly. Yeah, I know, that's why I was hoping maybe if I bumped it from a 0.2 to a 0.16. Yeah, no, it was worth a shot though. Alright, back to the original settings. Now, unfortunately, what?
You can change that one section to a smaller layer.
Uh-huh.
Just for that one section rather than the whole model.
Okay.
I'll show you how to do that later.
Yes, please.
It's all tricky to do.
Okay. I'm sure y'all heard that since my mic was right there underneath her. And hi, Cece. Okay, so back to the original setting. And he'll take 17 hours. But if I re-enable the prime tower, which I am going to need to do for this particular print because it has the silk red, and red bleeds a lot. We learned that the hard way. Depends on the print. For this particular print, that's kind of what I'm going through now, depending on the settings that you choose. Like I just enabled this little tower here. That allows my printer to purge the color so I don't get running. And just that being enabled made a 2-hour difference on this particular print. Now I don't normally have that tower. I only do that tower when I'm working with the reds because the red bleeds a lot. Okay. Yeah, because normally under default settings, the poison turtle takes 17 hours with the coloring the way I have it and everything. And that's also without the prime tower. With the prime tower, it takes 19 hours. And like I said, that's at the default settings that the printer automatically loads it with. Now, for Cinder Wings, she likes her stuff to be printed with 3 walls. That's this setting that I just changed. So that bumps that up a little bit, which is going to add some more time. So now that I've bumped that up, I'll go ahead and reslice the plate, which should give me my time frame again. And yeah, okay, so it only changed by 4 minutes. But this box here is where I get all of my information. It gives me how much filament I'm going to be using, how much gets flushed down the toilet, what my tower, this prime tower uses, and then what my totals are. It tells me how many times it's going to change the filament and how much it's going to cost me in filament. And of course that cost is a rough estimate depending on, you know, the cost of your actual filament, because some filaments cost more, some filaments cost less. This is just an average of all of those prices. So for this turtle in particular, it would cost $5.42 to print him. But let's see, if I take off the prime tower and say I was to just go weird. And give him an orange apple. I know that's really weird, but okay, we'll try something else because orange is burnt orange. We're just gonna think outside the box here. Okay, so we're thinking outside the box. I just threw a random color on there for the moment. Let's see. So the quality is good. Strength is good. I don't really touch speed. I don't really touch support. Prime tower is off. So yeah, he should take... Okay, I didn't think of that. Okay, hold on. Okay, if we do orange juice and the lime green apple. Okay, Tyndale. Okay, now he looks pure Halloween. That is too cute. Okay, let's see how much filament that would use. Okay, oh, wow. Okay, see, like I said, even just changing the colors can change the cost of how much filament would be used. Of course, my filament changes are pretty much the same. And without the tower, because I don't have the red bleeding through, I'm using a lot less filament, and so my cost has gone down. I know, I need browns. I've got a few that I want to do that require browns. Okay, so like I said earlier, we have a bunch that we are we have reserved and earmarked for next month, because we didn't want to do everything all at once and let loose with all of our secrets. So we do have some that we are holding back. He's a sneak peek at one of our fairy tale / Halloween, autumn, fall. We have a few of them. We've got some Christmas. We've got some Christmas ones. We've got Halloween ones. We've got Easter ones. St. Patrick's Day. Sonia, can you think of any more from Cinder that are specialty like that? I know we've got Christmas. I know we've got some autumn dragons. I don't know if we have anything else, autumn wise. And we've got the winter dragon. He's my favorite. No doubt about it. I love the winter dragon. He is my favorite. Well, yeah, he's still my favorite. That's right. I know a lot of y'all, hold on, let me, give me a second. Okay. Oh, I've gone through the catalog like 5 or 6 times, if not more. And I think I have almost everything downloaded except for the couple that I have in the shopping cart. Well, they're in your shopping cart on Mini Factory. That I would like to be able to get next month. I think there's 3 or 4 in the cart. Alright, let's see. What was I doing? I lost my train of thought. Okay, so you saw some of the turtles, you saw a spider. Okay, hold on, guys. I thought this was one of the neatest little things, so I want to unpack it really quick so I can get in here and see. Oh, we got 3 different versions? And keychains! Oh, wow. Okay. Keep in mind, guys, this is the very first time I have opened this file. So he has absolutely nothing done to him yet. Oops, hold on. No. No. Okay. You can't tell me he isn't just awesome. And yes, that tail is articulated. Now, unfortunately, this is one of the ones that I am reserving to debut next month, and that's mainly because the filament that I want for him I haven't been able to get yet. So as soon as I'm able to get that filament, he will be printed. But check him out, isn't he awesome? I love him. I think he's just absolutely adorable. And this is one that will take me a few days to do a color profile on him. Because I want to do things like, yeah, it's all going to pretty much have to be separated. Because as you can see, this did more than just the star. Not much more, but it did do more than the star. So, and if I were to try to do this one, it would do his whole upper body, and we don't want to do that. Let's see. Go in here. Yeah. I'm going to have to... He's going to take a little bit of work. Just as an example here. If I could have done more, I would have. Well, I could do those. Can't do those. Yeah, I know, it's what I usually do. But like with this particular starfish, I wouldn't do that because it does so much, so I would actually just go in and use my triangles and get in nice and close and do just the edges. All I have to do is the edges, because once I do the edges, it separates the rest from the main. So once the edges are done, as an example, let me just do this really quick. Just to okay, so if this was the entire edge of the starfish, you know, once I got the edges done, then literally filling it in is super easy. Yeah, I don't need to go that far. You know, but like I said, it's just an example of what, you know, can be done. So now, if I go in here, and I would do the same with the eyes, you know, just go around in the circle, get the border. Once the border's done, the rest is pretty easy. It's just the border that takes the most time. And this one's kind of rough. But as you can see, filling it in usually works out pretty well. And usually, sometimes you can get lucky and it'll do that. Yeah, I have a feeling this was one of her first models. It's not as smooth as some of her newer ones. But just so you can kind of see. Just an example. I'm not actually working on him. I'm just kind of giving you guys an example of, you know, how I do it. Yeah, I remember 3DS can be a pain in the butt, but it does work very well. Alright, so the base filament that I actually have chosen for this guy is really pretty, and it will allow me a bit more color without adding, you know, another AMS unit. Because the color that I want for the base for this is actually a duo color. And it's a... actually, you know, I'm not going to tell you what colors they are. Just know that it's a duo color that I want for the base, and then everything else will be colored, you know, to kind of match that. I agree, Sonia. I agree. Yeah, sometimes it is a lot easier to color something completely because then you avoid, let me rephrase that. Sometimes it's easier to either fill or use the color brush because then you avoid this when you use the color brush, but you don't avoid it when you use the fill. So it's like all these little spots here. Now if I went through this with the brush originally, you know, yeah, I'd probably have a you know, pretty good sized mess. But nothing too bad. So like if I go in here, I see that little piece. And there's still a tiny little triangle in there. Oh, believe me, I've learned that lesson. I learned the hard way. But even when you release the mouse button and you go on to the next one and you have to redo the next one, every once in a while it'll undo both. It'll do the change that you just did and the one before. And that's a pain in the rump. Alright, let's see. Nope, not yet. So it's still connected in some way. So let's see. Look at that connection. Now, when I get this close, if I can't get all the tiny little triangles, that's when I'll take the brush and I'll go right over the seam. Since these two are the same color, it makes it easier to do that. Because the one thing I noticed when you're using the brush, okay, so, but if you try to go and do triangles after you've done the brush, now your triangles are all broken up and it's not an easy thing. So I try to use the triangles as much as possible and then only use the brush when I really need to. And that's why. Okay, it's got to be connected under there, which I may not be able to get to. So, with that in mind, I can do something like this. As long as I'm careful. I need one of those little pads that you can, attach to your computer that has a little pen that you can actually, get in there and color with. I think Sonia said something about that earlier. Actually, no, it really wasn't a lot. And it's actually, because I'm not a very technical person like Sonia is, it took me a little bit longer. For her, she took to it like it was, like she's been, messing with this kind of stuff for, eons. And I guess in a way she really has. Considering her experience with computers and 3ds Max and that kind of stuff. So it was easier for her to learn than it was for me, and I'm still learning. I'm not so great at the technical and the computer stuff, but I'll be honest, I went through a few printers before this one, and I wanted to throw every single one of them in the trash. I hated them. I kept trying to print things, and get quality like this. Let me switch screens. I kept trying to get that really nice quality, like this from, all these other printers. Let me see if I a more detailed one here. Ah, remember I was talking about the red that bleeds. I'll show you that here in a second. And then I'll explain why it's still being sold. Even though it's got a bleed mark on it. Oh, these are going to be fun to take out of the tape. Yeah, I don't like Blender. For me, Blender isn't as easy to use as 3ds Max. You know, everybody says, oh, Blender's a lot more friendly and it's very easy and simple to use. Not for me. You know, it depends on each person. You know, you have to find the programs that you work the best with, you know, the ones that you're able to, understand what they're trying to tell you and things like that. For me, I like 3ds Max. That's my 3D program. That's what I go to. And that's mainly because that's what I was taught on. It was the only 3D program that I knew of when I was first starting out with this kind of stuff. And that was because I was in a virtual world and I wanted to create clothes and shoes and houses and all that kind of stuff in my little virtual world. And so Sonia taught me how to use 3ds Max. I tried using, Blender and a few others, and I couldn't figure them out. Granimal. But yeah, as far as 3D printers and the apps that they use, if you're building the stuff yourself, then yeah, you're going to need to learn a 3D programming. Either 3ds Max or Blender, Maya, things like that. Yes, you did. You know, and the mock-up that we did for that house came out beautiful in 3ds. But yeah, so as I was saying about the printers, you know, I have pretty much wanted to throw every single printer out the window. And then Sonia got the X1C that she has now, and I absolutely fell in love. Because here was a printer that was extremely easy to perform maintenance on, and it prints beautifully. You know, with even the most basic settings, you know, default settings, it prints amazing. So for me, it was a no-brainer. You know, I wanted a Bambu printer. Yes, they are a little more expensive than a lot of the others, but you get what you pay for. When it comes to 3D printings, 3D printers, that is extremely true. You very much get what you pay for. My Bambu isn't as high of a model as Design Creations, Sonia's printer. Like I said, she has an X1C, and it has an AI with it as well. So if it's in the middle of the print and one little piece of filament strays off the path, it's going to say there's a spaghetti defect. It'll tell you that. Mine don't do that. Yeah, that was another one of the big selling points for me with the Bambu printers. Every other printer we have had, if you, for any reason, you have to stop the print, pause the print, you may or may not get it to restart properly. If for any reason you lose power, forget it. You've lost that entire print, even if it was 99% done. with the bamboo, it actually holds that print in its cache. So when the power comes back on, it asks you, do you want to resume? You click yes, and it finishes right off. Let me grab her, and I will show you what I mean in just a second. Okay, so I've showed off most of these already. So this one isn't going to be an unfamiliar print. Let me find her. Hold on. Baby, that's a baby. Where's the big one? There she is. Okay, so y'all might remember her. This particular print, let me put these other guys away, was started and I'll give you exact dates too. She was started on March 23rd. And unfortunately, on March 24th, when she was, what was it, 89%, sweetheart? So anyway, I believe it was, she was at 89%. It was either 88 or 89%. Our X1C, well, Sonia's X1C ran into an issue. And that's the compression fittings. Grab one, I've got one. Oh, maybe I don't. Apparently, my cat has enjoyed breaking everything, including my C-3PO. But I had one, and my cat has been getting up here, and I've been spraying him with the spray bottles. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Alex has been telling us there's a gentleman out by her that sells them, and he uses one single filament that changes colors as it goes, and so they're not nearly as detailed as these are, that I use multiple colors. But she says he's selling them for way too much money, but they fly off of his shelves. You know, I'm in a little bit different of an area, you know, so I don't charge quite that much for mine. You know, mine are a lot more reasonable as far as prices are concerned, because I actually base my prices on how much it costs me to make them. Instead of just throwing an arbitrary number on them. They're not as delicate as you would think. The only way that they're, technically delicate would be heat sensitivity, depending on what I print them in. Like this particular one is printed in PLA, which is polylactic acid. It's a cornstarch. So they don't necessarily handle heat really great. So if you're going to be in 100-degree temperatures or more, this guy will end up, just kind of getting all soft and they are. She sees them all the time. But if I was to print a dragon in a filament called PETG, then they can handle a bit more heat. You could put them on the dash in your car and, drive around and leave them in your car and things like that. With these particular ones, because they are printed in PLA, we tell people, they don't handle heat very great. So, don't leave them in your car and, don't leave them in... Sorry, excuse me. Don't leave them in direct sunlight. But it's pretty much anything like... I've had these out in, 95-degree weather and they stayed nice and strong. So I have a feeling it's probably like 100 degrees or more where they'll start getting affected from the heat. But otherwise they are very robust. I have kids that touch them all the time when I'm at the swap meets. They come up and they want to pick them up and touch them and hold them and go for it. You can. Exactly. But anyway, back to what I was saying. This particular dragon, she got stuck at like 89%. And unfortunately, we also had a family emergency during that time. So not only were we broke. No, the multi-filament feeder, the AMS unit, which I don't know if you can see it. It's this right here. It has multiple spools of filament that feeds into my printer. There's a little compression fitting on the back that holds the tube on for the filament to feed in. Well, that compression fitting went bad and would no longer hold the filament or hold the hose in for the filament to feed into. So that's what broke, and we had to wait for that part, and it took almost a month for us to basically get the printer up and running and working again. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how well you can see this little thing here, but it pushes down. This is the kind of compression fitting I was talking about. There is one of those in the back of the AMS unit. So, the filaments feed in and then come out. And unfortunately, it was that little compression fitting that broke and would no longer hold the hose in. And so every time the filament would try to feed into the printer, it would pop out and just go everywhere. Wouldn't go into the printer because it couldn't find the hose. So this dragon sat on the printer for an entire month at 89%. And when we finally got everything fixed, that last 10% printed beautifully. She has a small, very small, and I don't even know if you can see it. Let me switch my screen over to my Craft One, because it has better light and you might be able to see it that way. Come on, focus. Come on, focus. Come on. Trying to get my camera to focus. Sorry, guys. Okay, well, anyway, you might be able to see it a little bit, even though it's slightly out of focus. If you look right in here, there's a slight little bump there. And that's where it resumed the print. That's all it had left to print when we clicked resume. And it's, as you can see, not very much at all. You know, and it's just that one slight area where you see just a little bit of imperfection where it had to continue the print. But that's it. That's the only mark she has that says anything happened. Well, it depends on the design too. These particular designs were specifically made so they can print without support. Because I mean, there are some there are a lot of prints out there where you'll have to print, like if you were printing something that kind of sat, you know, a little sideways. Switch screens again, hold on. That sat a little sideways or something, you would have to say, you know, this print is the bottom when this is just hanging in the air. You would have to put something here to support that, so that these didn't just become strings. But somehow or another, the woman who designs these got them to the point where they need no supports, and they come off the printer exactly like this. You know, and they, I'm just amazed. Now, articulation is one of the most amazing things when it's a print in place. You know, and yeah, it does print it layer by layer by layer, tiny little layers. And hey, baby, is my printer showing up on Octoprint? Or Octo Anywhere, whatever you want to call it. Octo Everywhere is what it's called. And nope. Okay, my camera's not showing up. That just means I need to turn my printer off and turn it back on again for it to reconnect my camera. Oh, okay. So the reason I have this in my hand, I was talking about the bleed effect from Reds. And this is exactly what I mean. You can see the line through her. Right at her eye level. That's the bleed effect from the red. And so far, red is the only color... whoops! Sorry. Take screens on you guys. That's what I get for dropping it on my keyboard. Anyway, so anytime there's red involved, I always use one of those little towers on my print bed. That way I don't get that effect. That effect goes onto the tower. And then by the time it starts printing on the actual object, it's cleared out the nozzle and it's printing the color properly. Really? Gimme, gimme. Oh. Okay, this isn't one of ours. But I am going to show you because it is a perfect example of another bleed effect. And you can kind of see that stripe going all the way through there. Okay, so I guess it just depends on the colors you're using and what you're printing. Because there's been times I've used red successfully and had no bleed effect. You know, but at the same time, for a lot of things I don't take a chance. You know, if I'm printing a super dark color with a super light color, I will try to make sure I have the prime tower. Oh, this is going to be tricky to get all this back in so it doesn't break. You can't say no. Our grandson said he liked the dragon, and what did I do? I sent him two. We ended up, we just sent him, yeah, two dragons, a few robots. What else did we send him, baby? Oh, an alien. Oh, Sonia made this really awesome Harry Potter cauldron lamp. And I wish I had a picture of it now. I'd show it off. And it's a little cauldron, you know, green bubbly on the top. And inside, there's a light in it. So when you flick it on, the whole green bubbly, you know, comes really bright. And it's awesome. But, okay. So I think that's pretty much it for today, guys. We don't really have much going on other than a lot of 3D printing. Oh, wrong button. Okay. I found the orange disc, Sonia. Sonia made this little shooter thing that shoots out these little orange discs, and she shot one out of it earlier, and one of my kittens, it just had a field day with it, and so he was running around the entire house with this thing. It's adorable, it really is. But okay, so let me just take a quick look. That's not going to be done until like 8 something in the morning, I believe, so we can't do anything there. I showed you guys some of the stuff that we're still going to be doing. So yeah, I think that's probably it for today. You know, y'all are... never mind. My brain went stupid for a second, sorry. Okay, Sonia, can you think of anything else? Okay. We are holding. Alright. You know what? I'm actually... Why we are... Oh, it smells so good. While we're waiting, I'm just going to light this candle really quick. After I trim my wick. There's a trash can over here. Sure, I got somebody over there. Why did she dump it on her floor? It's not on my floor, I promise. It's in a trash can. I'm not quite that gross. There we go. This is my lavender and sage. Clippers. Let's stick those back up there. I have a feeling she might be looking for pictures of the cauldron. Okay, 1 second, guys, and I will share that screen. Turn that off. Nope. Not what I needed. Hold on. Got too much stuff. Oops. Okay, so this at least let me see. Give me 1 second. Because we might have one that has a little bit better of a size reference. Nope. Okay. So it's... What? I can't get it to come in any better. Why are you laughing? Sonia, I don't appreciate that. What are you doing? Sonia. I'm going to kick you out of my room here in a second. Yeah, it's not showing up through there. That's why I had to do browser. Oh, these poor people. Okay, it's enough. Oh, right.
Just
Okay, sorry about that. I used to have a nice, easy way of doing it, but it doesn't quite work that well anymore. Okay, that's not the one. Properties. Why is that not showing up? I don't understand. Oh. I got it. I got it. Hold on. I figured it out. Okay, let me do that and see if that helps at all. There we go. It's actually, yeah, it's not super big. Trying to think of something that I have for size reference. I know you can see the white thing behind the cauldron, and that first lip on that white piece is just as tall as this yellow thing that I'm holding in my hand. So let me switch screen real quick. So the cauldron is as tall as this piece here, if not just a little bit taller. Yeah, it's not super big. You know, it's, you know, this big, you know, this big around. You know, makes an awesome little nightlight. Sonia, you should send her the video of him opening it. It really was. And she made him a little sign that says Free Dobby, and it has a little socks and stuff on it. She made me one too. It's hanging up above my door. What else, baby? What else was in that box? There was the cauldron, the sign, the robots, the 2 dragons, the alien. I feel like there was more. Huh. Oh, okay. Okay, so the link that Sonia just shared is for the Harry Potter Cauldron. If y'all want to take a look at it, you're more than welcome to, of course. You know, download it, print it if you got a printer. Because it is an awesome little cauldron. And she got these little LED, they look like a freaking hockey puck. You know, they're smaller than this thing is. That she put in there. Sharing links. Oh, yeah. Alright, hold on. Gotta go back to that screen. Check it out. Alright, can I click on the picture and make it bigger? No. Ah, okay. I'll show that here in just a second. I don't think I like your gallery. Did that help? A little bit. That was one of the robots that we sent our grandson. Or that Orion. The light that Sonia used in the cauldron was this here. So, this is the LED light, see? Very simple. Yeah, right? It is, and if I had more room in the house, I'd have one as well. But I ran out of room to put things in here. Time to start going through things and getting rid of stuff so I can get new stuff. Alright, baby, what else? Can you think of anything else? Well, she hasn't answered yet, so she either didn't hear me or she's thinking. Alright, well, while she's thinking, let's see what we can do here. How about I give you a glimpse of one, just one, bees being weird. I didn't get an answer. Okay, I'm confused. Oh, Facebook. Okay. Sorry. I'm bad. Okay. Let's see. I am trying to pull up one of the dragons that will be released next month. So y'all are getting a sneak peek. And keep in mind, I haven't done the color profile on this guy yet, so he's just all one color. There's actually going to be two versions that I'm going to show you, because there's two versions to this one. Maybe I need a side-by-side view of this, because I don't really see a difference. I think maybe there was a mix-up in the file. And 3. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. So, let me go back to the share screen. No worries. I plan on cooking dinner as soon as we're done. Yeah, Facebook limited you. Yeah, they do that once in a while. They're jerks. They're also changing the rules for streaming. Apparently, your main profile page has to be 60 days or older, and your business page has to have a minimum of 100 followers to be able to stream. Thankfully, I meet both of those qualifications, so it's not going to affect, me streaming to Facebook, but still, it's kind of annoying. Okay, so this is the first one. Yeah, I just started getting the notice yesterday about Facebook changing the rules. And I actually got the notice from Restream, because that's the software that I use to be able to stream to the multiple platforms. And they were the ones that told me that Facebook was changing the way they do their streaming. And then I got a notice from Facebook this afternoon, 24 hours later, that they were doing it. Okay, so the image that I'm sharing, the dragon that I'm sharing, I should say, and let me move him up just slightly so you can actually see him a little better on there. Okay, this is the ocean winged dragon. Okay, and you can just imagine what colors I'm going to do for him. Let's just say that he's going to be really, really pretty. Okay, I know you can't really see all the detail that he has, but he is actually extremely detailed. And I may actually have to ask Sonia if I can print these guys on her printer, because just looking at them and I want to use more than 4 colors. So there may come a point in time where I'll have to invest in a second AMS unit, which is okay. These printers can handle up to 4 of them bad boys. So, which means I can have up to 32 different colors running at once. No, 32? No, 4, 8, 12, 16. Sorry. See where my brains go. 16 different colors. It is, yes. Which is why she doesn't have an MMU version for it. I've noticed it's just her older ones that don't have the MMUs. All her newer stuff has the MMU files to be able to, where she or her husband or her collaborator, I can't remember the collaborator, Jazzy, I think, have gone in and basically done that legwork. But I don't mind. Okay, so yeah, this is the Ocean Dragon. And then we'll have one more. Like I said, there are 2 versions to this one. Just gonna remember which one we're going in. Okay, well, maybe if I do this. Let's close that one. Let's close that one. Okay, there we go. Now it pops up. Yes, they were. Okay, and this is the Ocean Serpent. And if you can't tell at first glance, because I didn't, it took me a minute to figure out the tail on this thing is so much longer. Now, there's not a huge ton difference between the two, you know, with the exception of the tail. That tail is a lot longer. The other one, the tail ends right about here, so this one is definitely a lot longer. But they're so neat, and you can see all the different seashells in there. I'm so gonna need more colors for this. So there is your one and only sneak peek of one of the dragons that we will be releasing next month. But alright, y'all, I think that is it for today. Sonia, you good? Yeah, they are. They're absolutely gorgeous. Credit where credit is due, and Tracy is an amazing artist. She really is. Tracy is the woman who makes all the Cinderwing things. She makes the frogs and the dragons and pretty much everything articulated that I show you. At least for my stuff, anyway. She's a veteran and everything like that, so, she, an incredible woman. Yeah. The team that she has, her husband and her, their main person, that works with them, they come out with just some of the most amazing things. And let's see if I can't, maybe one last thing that I show. Okay, that's not where I wanted to go, but it'll work. Okay, and I know she just... I'll do that. I just signed up for that account, so right now she's the only one that I have. Oh, that's so cute. Sorry, getting distracted. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to share out that screen one more time. Oh, there it is. And of course it's going to be all freaky. This is actually her newest platform, called Thangs. So, let me, just prove a point here. She only became a member of this particular company about, what was it, about a month ago, Sonia? Maybe a month and a half ago? 2 at the max. And already 821 followers and over 7,000 downloads, 32 comments, 2,200 likes. Yes, we absolutely do. But I mean, as you can see just from what's listed here, she is incredible. I wish I had just a fraction of the talent that she has. Because all of these, every single thing on here is incredible. It's absolutely amazing. Baby Cinder has an octopus. Yes, I know you're seeing things that, I've never shown before. Wasn't there yet. I think this is the only dragon I don't have. It's the sushi dragon. All the rest of them I have. But yeah, these are just everything. Everything is just absolutely incredible. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Okay. You said we have to revisit the treasure chest and trinket containers, and I said absolutely. And I just go to Thangs because I don't have a My Mini Factory account. I have the Thangs account. My subscription with Cinderwing, though, is through Patreon. But it's not the greatest platform for stuff like that. So most of the time, if I want to look at something, really, really look at something, I'll go on to her Thangs page and look at it there, at least now anyway. Oh, they have an octopus. Yeah, it's called a void octopus. Here, hold on, I'll bring it back up. Yeah. I believe it's on My Mini Factory as well. Alright, hold on guys, let me switch screens. Because I need to check something out really quick. Let's see. Ah, okay. Okay, let me go to Cinder here. Let's see. Store. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking for something. Give me a moment. Oh, I need that color. That's pretty. Huh, you found it before I did, because I'm still looking for it. Okay, it's not in her main, at least that I'm seeing. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm on your My Mini Factory. Okay, well, as long as she found it. I'm not worried about me. I really got to print out one of those whatchamashoe. What is it? I know she's got a couple now. Yeah, I'm in your library now. That's where I'm looking. Select her under creators. Okay, got it. Hi, there he is. I got him. Yep, I did.
And then just Octo.
Yep.
Need to print out a shooter, did you say? I'm sorry, the lag for me is getting worse and worse.
I don't
I'm
remember.
like 2 minutes behind.
I don't remember what I said.
Yeah, I think since you've been on for almost 2 hours, they're starting to buffer longer and longer.
Yeah, probably, but I think that's pretty much it for us. We're pretty much done.
Yeah, and my temperature's getting worse, I'm starting to get tired.
Okay. Alright guys, so we're going to go for the night. We will be back Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Because we are keeping our times separated like that. So if you're working one shift, you can catch the other stream. If you're working that shift, you can catch the... You get the point. Trying to make it so, you know, if you can't catch one, you can catch the other. You know, but of course you can always visit our YouTube and see any of our past streams because we do stream directly to YouTube as well, so it saves all of our videos and doesn't delete them after 14 days or 30 days like everybody else seems to do, because you know it's YouTube, it's about the videos. So anyway, yeah, we will be back Thursday morning at 11 a.m. and don't forget, we only have, I think it's 11 days or 10 days. Give me a second, I'm gonna look. 11 days, 15 hours, and 47 minutes until our So Good Market event. Like I said, if I talk about it too much, I tend to vibrate, and then I can't stop vibrating, and it hinders the talking, and I just become a hyper mess. Because I am extremely excited for this event. It's, you know, our first time back at the markets in, you know, what, 2.5 months now, I think. You know, we're running out of product, so we had to step back from the markets to be able to create more, and then I got this printer, and so I've been a printing fool ever since. So we'll have a ton of products. And if, let me share the screen, hold on. Let me bring it back up. Okay. If you can, I'm not sure if I can do that or not. Ha! That did make it bigger. Nice. Let's see if I can make the whole page bigger. Apparently not. Okay, stop. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, it's Sunday, June 16th from noon until 6 p.m. The address is there, and you can click on the map. You can even just scroll down, which gives you all that information. Now, this part of the page will change, like after we're done that Sunday with this market. I will set it to the day and times that we're going to be at Mary's. So this section will always show where our next location is going to be. Not any locations after that, not any locations from before. It's always going to show where we're going to be the next time around. Okay, and if you want any more information than that, you have to scroll back up and go through the calendar. Because as I start doing markets and everything, we will add them to our calendars. You know, I haven't put Mary's on here only because of the weather lately. It's like every day is raining here right now. And unfortunately, Mary's is an outdoor swap meet, so rain and outdoor shopping doesn't really mix. You know, I am very, very much hoping that the 29th and the 30th of June will be relatively clear. You know, even if it's overcast, that's okay, as long as there's no rain. Because I am hoping to get out to Mary's that weekend. You know, so hopefully the weather will cooperate, but unfortunately I'm not going to know till probably the 26th, 27th if it's even going to be feasible, because that's how unpredictable the weather can be here, or, you know, during the storm season, very predictable, and that's rain every day, pretty much. It becomes the sunshine that's unpredictable during storm season. But yeah, you can go to our locations page, which is what this is. It has our countdown. Sorry, I had to stop the page so it would stop buffering. Which has our countdown for the So Good Market. And of course it has all of our live streams and our in-person events. And I haven't taken the Sundays off there yet, and for some reason it deleted Tuesdays, and I don't know why. So I've got to go in and fix those. But I'll do that, you know, probably in the morning, because I still got to make dinner for tonight. You gonna use your little disc shooter to shoot the doc? It's a big orange target. Alright, anyway guys, So yeah, we will be at the Soul Good Market on Sunday, June 16th from noon to 6 p.m. And of course, we are streaming every Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesdays at 6 p.m. and Thursdays at 11 a.m. I hope y'all have a great rest of your night and a great week. And we will see y'all Thursday morning. Blessed be.